How do EU migrants living in the UK feel after Brexit? Now, unless you've been living under a very big rock, you may have noticed that the wheels have been put into motion for Britain to leave the EU. And there are plenty of articles in the news about what effect this has had on EU migrants living in the UK after Brexit. Here, take a look at this. We've got the BBC. How do EU people in the UK feel about Brexit? I mean, we've got forums popping up. How do EU migrants feel living in Britain? Someone saying, I'm 100% sure EU migrants working in Britain can stay after Brexit. Well, that's very nice of him. Bogdan feels less welcome since the EU referendum. I mean, how sad is that? These people come here for a better life or to work or to study, and they are being told that because of the wave of people coming in, they might have to leave. The Independent, EU nationals express panic after government alters residency rules. If I had to go to another country for a better life and then be told that I had to get out, I'd be feeling pretty damn sad. Enough of the articles. I want to speak directly to EU migrants to see how they're feeling. Come on, let's go.
I'm from France, but for me, for now, nothing has changed for the moment. So that's why I'm enjoying myself in London. I know a lot of people who want to come, but they're afraid because of this kind of things. If I have to think about create my family or have a life here, I think about it twice.
Thank you so much for speaking to me.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Right, let's see if we can find someone in here. Hi. Hello. I was wondering if I could ask you a really quick question. Are you an EU migrant?
Yeah, I am.
And where are you from?
Lithuania. I just start my life in here, so for sure I want to stay in here.
After Brexit, has your opinion of English people changed?
Nothing really changed. But I hear stories it's like they just asking like people living like 10 years. When you leave, then you start packing your like stuff and everything. Like in my world, no one is asking that questions like this.
Thank you so much for talking to me. Hi. Talking to that waitress from Lithuania, Brexit hasn't actually affected her world. It hasn't actually affected her life. She's not really bothered. That's good to know. Let's move on.
Some people might feel secure, some people might not, isn't it? At the end of the day, but if you say the wrong word, you get classed as racist. If they're coming to work, I say good luck to them. But if they're coming just to sponge, go and sponge in your own country.
I work with a lot of Italians and Polish in my office, and I do know that there's a lot of apprehension about what's actually happened. Who knows what's going to happen there? As far as I'm concerned, I hope that everything will settle down in a couple of years' time, and people that are already here should stay here, I think.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you. How do you think EU migrants are feeling at the moment after Brexit?
Slightly upset, I would imagine. Not wanted. Is that a fair comment to say? Not wanted.
Did you sympathise or...?
I'm not going to disclose it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye now. So I've spoken to a few people, and actually what's surprising is that I'm getting the feeling that people can't actually be open with me and tell me what they really feel about immigration for fear of coming across, I don't know, a little bit racist, or you know, maybe they feel like their opinions aren't acceptable. So I'm going to go and speak to a few more people to see what they feel.
I'm from Italy. People's business has flopped, that before of that they gather. It's a different story, Maybe we'll go back.
I'm born and bred in Bedford, so I'm a London migrant myself. In London, we're living a little bit of a bubble compared to the rest of the UK. 95% of my friends are European. A lot of my friends have already left. A lot of the ones that feel like they wasn't no longer welcome, which I completely understand, have left. Freedom of movement is still going to be there. They can't all of a sudden say, right, we're going to kick a few million people out. It just doesn't work like that. London will shut down like that. There'll be no one cooking pizzas.
I'm from Italy.
What do you do?
I work in Pizza Migrants now.
And how long have you been in London?
In 2 years.
How do you feel now the people of Britain have voted to leave the EU?
But I think if all the people in Europe leave London, maybe London calm down.
I'm anxious about what the coming months are going to hold. Probably feeling not as much at home now as they would have done otherwise.
It's a microphone.
I can't honestly give a shit about EU migrants. I only give a shit about what's going on in my life.
Cool.
Don't give a shit about me. Why should I give a shit about me? That's life. Isn't it?
Thank you very much.
That's all right. And actually, on second thoughts, I actually know loads of EU migrants. I just hadn't really thought about it, but yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I think,
how are they feeling?
I think nervous, and I think like anticipating that they may well have to move back to their country or back to mainland Europe.
So I think the Brexit vote legitimised people expressing possibly quite a lot of hostility towards groups of people. Maybe they would have felt more inhibited. I have a friend with an Italian wife. She was talking Italian with her mum on a bus, and a man went to both of them and told them to get the hell back off to Italy. There's no need for that, really.
And how do you think EU migrants feel after Brexit?
Like shit, I think, basically, really. I think a lot of them are frightened. Some of them realise that nothing's going to happen, probably, but I just think it made everybody feel unwell, unhappy.
I've spoken to loads of people. Some weren't that bothered about the EU. However, for a lot of people, they're really worried about their future in the UK. In just under 2 years, Britain will have officially left the European Union, and it's then, at that point, that we'll truly realise how EU migrants have been affected.